Looking back, we had 2 great years. I learned a lot. It was nice to be around him. It was nice to see at least that he made some progress during these 2 years. And I think maybe that part of the reason in the season before 2013, he was struggling a little bit. He had a bad back and he wasn't playing tennis, and he needed some changes in his sort of setup, and bringing in me together with Severin was one of the changing to new racket.
Yeah.
Which I think in many ways was very, very necessary. That was a very smart move as well. Obviously that takes a little bit of time. So the combination of new team, new racket, new season, bad season behind you sort of made him sort of look things in a different way, I think. And so I think it worked out pretty well, and he's still around doing great.
Yeah, absolutely. What a remarkable resurgence we've seen from him over the last 14 months. 3 Grand Slam titles, back to world #1. He's obviously hitting a far more aggressive backhand. His movement around the court seems to be much better than it was. When you look at him play, do you see, the things that you tried to teach him, or perhaps tried to get him to incorporate in his game? Do you see that on the court now?
Well, it's remarkable what he has done over the last 14 months. Like you said, winning 3 Grand Slams, which is extraordinary in many ways. Yes, he's playing very confident out there. He's made some changes, and like you said, he's hitting his backhand much better than he's ever done in his life. And I think that was one of the things a lot of coaches have tried to help him with, and but he just managed to put it right. That sort of have given him an edge now, where there might have been a little bit of a weakness there. I think his movement on the court, being healthy, working, his core position in the court and playing more aggressive, which is probably the only way to do it once you get a little bit older. So he's sort of done all the changes that was necessary, but what is more astonishing is that he still have the motivation to go out there and do the work, because he's really proven everything already.
Yeah. Yes.
But he's still hungry and he's still enjoying his tennis, and everything is just great at the moment.
You've obviously worked with him in close quarters. You've seen him, you've seen him train, and like I mentioned earlier, you've played in an era where there were so many great players. It's tough to compare, obviously, between tennis players in different eras. But since you have seen all of these players, is there something that makes Federer unique? Is there a quality in him that you perhaps did not see in the other great players of your time?
Well, there's been a lot of great players throughout the history. I think Roger is very much unique. In many, many ways, I would say, because he's whichever area you look at, he's doing great. It's from being on the court, off the court, doing interviews, media, doing sponsorship, treating the fans. I mean, he's very complete. He's probably the most complete player of all time. That's my belief after seeing him and being around him. Exceptional in many ways, and you're not going to see any of these guys for a long time probably.